Hello everyone, welcome to another episode on Tempest TV. I'm your host, Jason Ting, aka the Tempest Lord, bringing you another casual game from Auckland Vagabonds. This match today will be played by Nick Voon with his Dragon Hieratics versus John Allen with his Elemental Hero Bubble Beats. Without any further delay, let's get straight into it. Now, both players are shuffled up and drawn their starting hands. Rock, paper, scissors to see who starts first. And it will be Nick Voon. My prediction this game, a quick prediction, I'm going to say Heroes. It's because it's more consistent and more capable of a first turn kill, and Heroes just doesn't have the defense to stand up to it. It does appear that Nick will be just ending after his draw. This play is more common a couple years ago when Monarchs was very popular. This because it gives a player +1 and a chance to respawn and get more pluses with a big counter. But since opponent is playing Bubble Beats, I'm not so sure if that's a wise choice. Because that will leave an open field to the opponent, and the opponent can just hit very hard, even OTK in first turn. Now John does play a quite aggressive strategy. He does set 4 cards, meaning that he's going to counter anything Nick Voon would do. And he does summon both the Alias and the Bubble Man in the first turn. He is most likely going to exceed for Excalibur, because that will be a huge 4000 attack directly, and most likely ensure its survivability next turn. There we go, he does get Excalibur and Detach to make it 4k. Does play a Miracle Fusion. That will allow him to get most likely the Shining. Another 3200 damage in one turn. With that, without a goals or anything, which the deck most likely doesn't run, Nick is now down to 800 life points in one turn. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Don't ever give an empty field to a Bubble Beats. Alright, Nick's turn now. He does attempt to summon Tefnuit, but just gets bottomless. He does activate another Hieratic Seal, probably to search another Tefnuit. He wants Tefnuit so badly because Tefnuit is the most efficient way to start his combo. There we go, he does search for it. He then special summons the Tefnuit, but it appears that John doesn't have anything else to stop this. Man, he's in a world of trouble. But Excalibur is still 4000 attack this turn. That may be his only monster that's gonna live. Now special summons Nefbet. Man, these names are hard. By tributing Tefnui. Heretic combos works in this way. Each heretic monster that is tributed, he then allows to special summon a normal dragon type monster from his deck. The attack and defense, however, is 0, but his purpose is just to get level 6 monster field so he can exceed for the Heretic Dragon King, which allows him to get more monsters. Now there we go. So he does have 2 level 6 now. Summons that Heretic Dragon King. Now he detaches search for a dragon type monster from his deck and special summon it. It will be 0/0 attack, but he'll most likely search out the Red Knight's Darkness Metal Dragon. And Darkness Metal, as we all know, is probably the most broken card that ever got released. And he is going to bring back probably the Luster Dragon in the graveyard, because that will give him a 2/4 beat stick. Or another Tefnuit. What? What is that? Is that a Galaxy Queen's Lair? He's making his monster level and he's exceeding it? What? Holy hell, what is that? Is that the robot? Wow, I never thought that was possible to summon in the actual game. Wow, and here I thought Excalibur was invincible at 4000 attack, but this thing has a crazy 5000 attack. Holy. I don't even know what to say right now. I guess the game will be over very soon. Wow. Okay, he does attack over the Shining. That gives him back the two monsters that was used for Miracle Fusion. John is in a terrible, terrible place right now. I don't know how he's gonna get rid of it. He has no more back row, two monsters in hand, and the top deck. Man, I guess the only thing he can do now is set those monsters and hope he draws into an out. I mean, there we go. He does set a monster, but the only bad thing about that is that Gaia Dragon is actually has trample. So basically, if its attack is higher than the defense, the damage difference will still go through. So he does attack the Alias, that does trample damage. And now John has no more field, no more monsters to protect himself. I'm not even sure setting a monster this turn would be any better because he's still gonna take a lot of damage this turn. He has a hella bit of think. Wow, I'm pretty sure this game is over, guys. He does set another monster, but again, Gaia Dragon has trample, and then a free attack of 5,000 directly. This game's over. There is no way he's gonna come back into this. No way. I think this will be his last turn, guys. He's gonna have one top deck and one top deck only. How do the cards guide me? Um, having a little bit of think. Tough decisions. I mean, the best he can hope now is either be a Dark Hole or a Super Poly. He does have 3 card hands, so he can Super Poly out of this. Opponent does have a wind on the field, so he can Great Tornado and run over that, because he'll halve his attack. Um, okay, he does have the Super Poly, so he is gonna... What? Okay, that's weird, guys. I think he misplayed that. He has a Stratos. When he should have just summoned Stratos. They could have given him a free +1 in his hand, and then he can then Super Poly, not for Shining, but for the Great Tornado. I think that would be a much better play, because that would give him an extra monster in hand and Great Tornado in the field. Now the Shining and the Gaia Dragon is the same attack, and there's no remove from play, so he can't get anything back. I think that is a terrible, terrible misplay, guys. Um, and now John is such in low life points. Nick just needs the monster, and he does have an honest. Okay, so it didn't matter before what he had on Shining or the Tempest. Well, what an amazing game. Um, this is why I love Yu-Gi-Oh, guys, because everything is possible. You can play seriously competitively, or you can just get out the biggest monster you can. Um, well, there's nothing else to do, guys, but peace out. Tune in next time for another episode of Tempest TV. See you, everybody.